I have a couple. I have a couple of general comments and maybe a couple specific. To all of our alumni here. The a university, it's only as good as its alumni. Um, and and so the best thing you can do for your university, because now that you're an alumnus, it is your university, is just go out and be successful, lead by example, right? I mean, be successful personally, be successful professionally, make sure everybody knows where you went to, what university you went to as you're being personally and professionally successful. Because, the more successful you are, the more people are going to want to be like you. And being like you means to attend, a unique university like ours. We're independent and we're ethical. And we're dedicated to providing an affordable education for students around the world, especially Ukraine. Something specific you could do, especially those of you who have graduated recently or are graduating now. You might take a few minutes and just write a few words of advice, for example, for future students who will enter in September. Because those of you who have been around the last few years have had to deal with just, unbelievably difficult circumstances, right? COVID and the war and, doing things online. And there's a lot of, you guys will remember your entire lives how much additional stress and anxiety these situations have created, but how you succeeded anyway. And so if you took a few minutes and wrote some advice and some words of encouragement that we could share with, students entering in September, and I'm sure entering under just as difficult circumstances as we have now, something like that would be helpful. Of course, actively recommend your university to other people that you know. So, just stay in touch with your professors. I say this about 300 times in every class I participate in. Networking, especially you guys understand networking better than anybody. And, networking with your colleagues includes now networking with your professors. And so if you're working on a project and you want a second opinion, send me an email, send Marina an email, send some, right? Hey, what's your opinion about this? Hey, I'm having a problem with that. Hey, do you remember how to do this? Because, you study, you learn how to do 1,000 things in a university, and then 999 of them you don't use. And then suddenly you have to use something you learned at a university, but you can't quite remember. Well, send an email and say, hey, can you help with this? What's your opinion about that? And this kind of communication is really good because, this way we not only stay in touch with your success, but you're able to give something back to the university. And I'm telling you, the best thing you can give back to the university is just to be, a really highly successful, highly respected person, because that reflects well on all of your now colleagues, right? Professors, administrators, we're now colleagues. And that reflects well on us, our philosophy, our ethics, your philosophy. So, that would be the only thing to keep in mind. I'm a member of 2 alumni associations for my 2 universities. And there, I always get the most wonderful responses to all of the interaction I have with the school, especially when I'm recommending the school and I'm writing, little words of advice for students. I can't communicate with my professors because I think they've all retired by now. but we're still here, so you could communicate with us. So that's the sort of, we're all like a big academic family now. So keep us informed of your success and do what you can to promote the university, because you guys know from personal experience, we're not just a school that teaches classes and you pay us tuition. You think back on all the interactions you've had with all of your, you think back on all the interactions you've had with all the professors and all of the, whether it's the full-time faculty or adjuncts like me, and I see now my friend Henry Sterenberg has joined. You think back on all the interactions, and we're not just a school that teaches classes and charges tuition. We're really dedicated to people. We really have big hearts as well as first-rate minds, and we're really trying to do things and help make your lives better, help make Ukraine better. There's again another shout out for Henry. So that's the best thing our alumni can do. Just be successful and lead by example. It just makes us look good because you look good. So I love all of you. Thanks. And